think. And that
Okay.
building was like old structure, so it was not newly built, and it was like moving, properly shaking. They should be taught all these training. I don't know what I'm talking about today.
It's okay,
I
it
am
happens.
not.
They should be given such kind of
Honest, I am not doing my English practice, and I've seen like that I'm not able to speak correct English anymore because I'm not feeling confident. I'm not feeling very confident about myself because I've observed this thing that whenever I'm talking with the tutor, I'm not that particular, like that much fluent or not that much correct. It's just hello, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing? Good to see you after a very long time.
Yes, it's been long time actually. Yes,
So I was saying, how have you been? How's your work going on?
everything is going well.
Great, great to know that. Great to know that. Good. So how are your sessions going on?
Sessions are also going pretty well, but sometime I had to cancel my session. I remember that I had to cancel last session with you because of some emergency, and I
Okay.
feel so bad because I got your session after like very long period of time because your slots are generally not freely not available. So I felt very sad because of some emergency. I had to cancel the session and I was not able to join it, but luckily I'm here today.
Yes, we have met today, right? So everything is fine at your end. You said there is an emergency. There was an emergency, so I hope all is good.
There is some health issue with the like my mother, so that's the
Okay,
reason
okay,
actually.
okay. Is he fine now?
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine now. Okay, okay, great. So now, have you gone through the session notes, Karishma?
No,
Okay,
no.
okay. So it speaks about natural disasters. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you do you want to speak about that, or do you want to pick up any other topic?
No, it seems a difficult topic for me, but still I want to talk about that. Then only
Okay,
I will
let's talk
explore with
about
the
it. Let's
new
give it
words or
for
something.
yeah, few minutes, and then we will change the topic. Okay. Okay. So, speaking about natural disasters, we know that it's happening nowadays. We keep hearing the news about it most of the time. So, what are the some of the natural disasters you know about?
Like natural disaster like earthquake, which is very common these days. After every few months, I've heard about it. My baby also aware about what is earthquake. He's only 4 years old, but he
Yeah.
understands.
Right, right, right. Because
So
it's everywhere in
that's
the news, right? So when we are hearing, they are
right.
also hearing, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So the recent
So
one you heard about it, the Turkey one, have you seen and gone through the news?
yes,
Yeah. So it was
yes,
quite
yes,
sad
yes.
one. It was quite upsetting. And what is the worst disaster you have witnessed in your lifetime?
Earthquake. Always I felt very scared about it because last time when it happened in Nepal, it was like very heartbreaking. I was so scared, and I think there was this time. I think few years ago, there is this regular earthquake after few days. So people start people scared of earthquake, and they used to keep their glasses like this so that if any. So this is very scary. But yes, there are other things also like tsunami or like landsliding. Landsliding is very common, especially in like what to say.
Himachal side,
Uh,
yeah, the Himalayan ranges. So today,
yes,
if you
yes,
have seen the news, it's happened in Jammu and Kashmir as well. So it is quite heartbreaking because it has actually destroyed quite a lot of roads, and the tourist people cannot
oh,
travel from one place to another. Also, the locals are suffering because of that. It was a huge one. So this keeps happening, right? Like even if you're in the mountains, up in the mountains, or anywhere near the sea, you're always having that kind of you're panicking about situations because we are reading and also becoming aware about situations which is happening around the world.
yes, you're absolutely right. I haven't aware about this Jammu landslide, but it's
I
very
haven't
heartbreaking.
read about. You'll say I haven't read about the Jammu and Kashmir, or I haven't
Okay,
seen.
okay.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
haven't tried.
or seen. Okay, so have you ever felt an earthquake? Because recently there was one in Delhi, and I think you stayed near the region.
No,
No,
I
right?
haven't feel that time we all four were eating food that time. It's around 10:30 at
Okay.
night. But yes, that time I got call from my mother's house and she was asking me like, it's a earthquake. Did you feel something? I said no, there is no because we actually living on ground floor. So maybe this was the reason that we. none of them, like none of us felt anything, like my whole family member. But in Delhi, it was like huge. My mom was telling me that like our building is shaking like this, and we can clearly feel.
Oh,
So, but I personally have not feel the latest one.
you didn't feel it. Okay, for the latest
I
one.
didn't.
Fine. So if you are inside a high-rise building and there is an earthquake, okay, what would you do? Oh, it's a
I
scary question
will.
to ask because I stay on 24th floor in Mumbai, and when I ask such questions, I myself get very scared of what to do in this situation because if you have to climb down 24 floors in such a situation, you're already gone.
Yes. No, actually, I have this experience few years ago when I was working for a company like a law firm. That time there was this huge earthquake, and we were on the fourth or fifth floor, I think. And that
Okay.
building was like old structure, so it was not newly built, and it was like moving, properly shaking. And we were just talking to each other. We were standing in the balcony. How to say this?
We was
We
just
standing in the
yeah. We were standing in the balcony. That's okay.
Okay, we were standing in the balcony, but we were not going downstairs. We supposed to go downstairs once, like we felt something like earthquake or something. But that time, I think I was so young and I was not that scared about like earthquake or something. We are taking in a fun manner, like oh my God, our building is moving or moving. After that, like when our sir come to come on our floor, he just shouted all of us like, "Why are you standing here? You should go downstairs because it's moving, properly moving." So
Yes.
yeah, this is what we should do. We should run towards like ground floor. And if I'm in a high-rise building, I should like not use lift. I should
Right.
rather take a staircase. What to
Yes.
say? Yes.
Staircase. You can take the emergency exit. That's a staircase rather than
Oh,
using a lift. Yeah,
yes.
that's true. So, do you think, Karishma, that we have to be aware about such situations and such trainings or such drills should be conducted in offices, schools, hospitals, everywhere, so that people are aware about such situations and how to handle it?
Still, this is a kind of situation that even if we are aware, what we can do. I mean, like if something, if you're sitting, if you're talking, suddenly it start like shaking. What will you do? Like obviously, drill will the people teach in the drill like you have to hide under a hard cover table or something. But if somebody has no table or something like that sturdy, then where they will go? So I think there is only one option left. You should go in the open park, and I think in this time no open space is available. Especially if I talk about Delhi, that is very crowded. If you have to go to park, you have to walk for like ten minutes at least. Then you will
Right.
get a park. Otherwise, the whole colonies, the whole society is like, they are very crowded.
It's congested.
Uh,
Yes.
Congested. Thankfully, I'm living in Gurgaon, but here I can see the open space. Especially in my house, there is a park just behind our house, so we can go and stand in the park. So that is quite safe because there is no building just around the park. But in
Right.
Delhi or in other areas, it's not really safe. We do not have any option. My
Right.
mom was telling me that day, the recent when earthquake when come, at the time of earthquake, all people standing in the balcony and they were talking to each other, but nobody went downstairs because everyone knows that where will we go? Because all like six floors buildings are there. If they will go downstairs, there is also no benefit. So they were just standing in the balcony and talking to each other, like whole society.
Really, so that, yeah, so that also, it's also, if you go to see, when you're not aware about things, you can at least walk out, go to a little, open area, a little open area, rather than being in the balcony. So that's what my
Yeah,
question
maybe.
here is, that awareness amongst people is also less, right? If you go to see that such situations
Maybe.
are not dealt. Now, if you compare with Turkey, it happened in the morning 4 a.m. when everybody was sleeping. Now, that was ought to happen and was quite, unfortunate that people were sleeping. They couldn't even go out and,
Yes.
could run somewhere because it was all
Yeah.
of a sudden. Now, that's a different situation altogether. But if you see that, people are not aware about fire as well. If you go to see that fire alarms are there, do people actually observe when they go to theaters that there are emergency exits, that just in case of fire where you have to run, right? So that kind of awareness is very less, and it should be spread around, like maybe on videos, maybe YouTubes or blogs or
Yes,
all these
yes,
things,
yes.
where people are getting more aware about such situations. and also training should be conducted. Like few of the schools, they also conduct all these trainings, especially for earthquakes and if there is any fire out in school, how to deal with that situation. The children should be aware about it.
Yes, you are right. Children should be aware because they have no idea that what is happening with us, what to do in case of fire. They should be aware of these things and they should be taught all these training. I don't know what I'm talking about today.
It's okay,
I
it
am
happens.
not.
They should be given such kind of drills. It's okay. Now let's talk about something else. No more of natural disaster because it's actually not. I mean, of course, we should be aware about it, but let's change the topic now. So, tell me more about yourself. What do you do in your free time?
In free time, actually, to be honest, I'm not doing my English practice, and I've seen like that I'm not able to speak correct English anymore because it's been like 4 months. My mom was diagnosed with the like problem in month of December, and it's
Okay.
March, so it's been 4 months that I'm not actually concentrating on my language. And I
Right.
have seen like that I'm not like before. Earlier, I can speak like I don't need to think, but
I could,
now.
yeah. So you're going grammatically wrong. That's what I've observed. So there's a lot of grammar mistakes which is happening when you have to speak about past tense. You're saying about present. So can't, could, all those things you can again re-practice. I understand sometimes situations come and you have to. Your mind is all occupied in your family, especially when it's about family, right? So I can completely relate with you. And what you can do is you can just give yourself a little time, maybe 10 minutes every day, just to practice. Your 10 minutes is more than enough to
Yes.
practice.
No, earlier what I used to do is my one of my habit is like to walk. I walk at least 1 hour. So that
Oh,
1 hour I give to my English language only. I did nothing in that particular 1 hour. I start like I play any song and song or like any podcast or anything related to English. But now, from last 4 months, I have not been walking even, or that is why like things have been changed, and I'm also feeling little, how to say, I'm
demotivated.
not feeling confident. I'm not feeling very confident about myself because I've observed this thing that whenever I'm talking with the tutor, I'm not that particular, like that much fluent or not that much correct. It's just because of practicing. So one thing I have realized that practice is really, really important because you're not a native speaker. This is your second language. If you have learned English recently, you should not leave your practice. It is important. You should
Right.
like daily surround yourself with English.
Yes, you should surround and also at the same time give yourself that priority, right? Because see, you have 24 hours. Of course, you will be spending sometimes of sleeping. To sleep, you will be giving to sleep. But when you get up in the morning, that 20 minutes, maybe you can divide that 1 hour. That 15 minutes, I have to listen to a podcast when I'm cooking or I'm doing something, which when I'm just alone and I'm not doing anything. So that you just can
Yes,
give that time to podcast. Even listening to podcast really helps, right? Because you're still listening and it's coming in your
very
communication. Yeah.
right.
So that podcast thing you can give, so you can just prioritize your things, your day. That will really help you out. So what I do personally, Karishma, I do my MITs. That's most important task. Okay. So what I
Okay,
do a day prior in the night, I'll make my MITs, my three things which I have to do in the day. Okay. So that three
okay,
things will be definitely there, and then the rest of the things come, like if I have to listen to something or if I have to watch something, maybe a episode I have to finish. So what I'll do, I'll keep that also in, like whatever is my hobby, I'll also put that in that. But my first three things, if I have to attend a meeting, my schedule, whatever is there, so that three things will be there, and then I start the day.
okay,
So that three things, that okay, I have to finish it before I sleep. Okay.
okay, okay.
So
This is
just
a good
prioritize.
way.
Yeah. Just prioritize, make your to-do list. Some people also journal. So whatever you like to do, you do that. Give yourself topic to speak about. Give yourself like anything, any topic to speak about, or geopolitical thing, or you are also getting aware about what is happening around the world. Okay, so that will be really helpful. And don't get demotivated because you're speaking well. It's just that sometimes it just goes little haywire.
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah. So
Yes.
I'm sure. Yeah. So I'm sure. And how is your son doing? I'm sure you're practicing a lot with your son because you told me last time that you have a lot of conversations with your son.
He's really nice. He's happy. Actually, he's at home today, but he's downstairs
Okay.
with my mother-in-law. But yes,
Okay.
I used to talk to him, but sometimes I forget to talk with him in English, because sometimes when you are in stress, you forget to do anything actually. You come to your mother tongue and you react and you express your
Right.
feeling in your mother tongue always. So
Exactly.
that's why I think that is also very less these days. Earlier, I used to communicate like with him in only English language, but these days priorities changed. Now, most of the time I speak in Hindi, and that's the reason that I'm not very much comfortable while speaking English. This is what
Yeah.
I actually feel, and I really want to tell like everybody who's watching this video, because I'm going to upload it on my YouTube channel.
Sure.
See, if you're
Sure.
learning English, just do your practice. Don't like forget to
Yes.
practice. At least for 2, 3, 4 years, have to be continued. Then only it will be in your habit actually. Otherwise, you
Yes.
will forget, like
That's
me.
true. That's true. You have to practice all the time. That's all that's needed. Even you're cooking things, when when you're not cooking anymore, you forget things. You forget the recipes. You forget many things. So
Yes,
this with language, right? So you are learning. That's a skill you acquired, and you tend to forget certain things. Just revision is important. But Karishma, I would like to just end up by saying that don't be hard on yourself. Okay, so because sometimes the situation is like that you can't prioritize. So it's okay. It's okay to not do things what you want to do things because of the certain situations in your life. So that's okay.
right.
So just don't be hard on yourself. You'll get the time. You'll get that time back again. You will come back in practice. You will be fluent again. So that's completely fine. Okay.
Okay, okay.
So yes, it was amazing chatting with you again once again after a long time, and I'll love to see you very soon again.
Sure, ma'am. Even I would love to see you, but however, I'm not getting the sessions. So
I'm
luckily, I
sorry.
got your
I'm
slot.
sorry for that. But it's only in the morning. I take from 8 to 10. So that's why maybe one of that can be one of the
Oh,
reasons.
that is the only reason, because I never book session before 10.
Yeah, so that's the reason because it's only for two
Okay.
hours in the morning. Rest of the day I have my own work. So yeah, so
Oh.
that's why maybe because of that. But I'll try to increase my hours in the daytime as well.
Yes, yes, especially after 2 o'clock, because actually before 10 I cannot create, because I have to send Mitan school and have to prepare
Right.
office lunch or breakfast. So I have a lot of work to do. So
Yes,
I'll
I
be free
understand.
after 10, or even in the morning I have hearings. So like before 1 I never like available. So this is the maybe reason I did not get your sessions. Yeah. But
So
I'll
we'll try
keep
to
in
meet
mind.
up. Yes, I will try to meet up again. Maybe in the month of like mid of April, I'll be a little free from my other projects. So yes, I will be in
Okay.
the session then. Okay.
That's nice. That's nice, because I love to talk with you, because I love the way of your talking and the style. You have some like unique style, and I just want we to be like you. Like I want to speak like you. So that's why
Thank
I
you
want
so
to book
much. You will
sessions.
be there. You will be there definitely. Just keep practicing, of course, when you get your time. Okay, that's very important.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'll do. I'll do.
And do take care
Yes.
of your mother. That's important right now. Nothing more important than parents.
Yes.
So please take care of your parents, and be nice, be kind, and have a lovely day ahead.
Thank you, ma'am. Same to you.